Hello, and welcome to your guide to creating a truly calm, and aesthetic home sanctuary. We're diving deep into the world of minimalist decor, and I promise it's about so much more than just removing items. It's about thoughtful curation and maximizing tranquility. If your current space feels overwhelming, or if you find yourself constantly battling clutter, minimalism is the design philosophy built specifically for you. It helps shift your focus from quantity to quality, ensuring every item in your room serves a genuine purpose or brings you undeniable joy. Over the next 15 minutes, we're going to walk through 12 actionable steps that will transform any room in your home, starting with the very foundation of this philosophy. Remember, the goal isn't to live in a sterile museum. It's to create an environment that actively supports your well-being and reduces mental load. This guide is your blueprint for achieving that highly sought-after, effortlessly chic aesthetic built on intention and clarity. Let's get started on scene 1, where every great minimalist transformation begins with a ruthless clear-out.
Our first crucial step is the great decluttering, but we need a systematic approach, not just a surface tidy. True minimalist decor starts with empty surfaces. Tackle one area at a time, maybe the desk, maybe the bookshelf, and apply the less is more mantra rigorously. Ask yourself, is this item essential for function, or does it genuinely enhance the room's aesthetic? If the answer is no to both, it needs to go. Now, to maintain this clarity, adopt the one in, one out rule, especially for high traffic areas like bookshelves or closets. If you buy a new book, an old one must be donated. This simple discipline prevents clutter from creeping back in, which is the biggest challenge in maintaining a minimalist lifestyle. Furthermore, assess the items you keep. Are they visible distractions? Things like chargers, loose paperwork, or remote controls need smart, designated storage that keeps them out of sight. A clean space equals a clear mind, and the sustained practice of decluttering is the bedrock of calm, aesthetic living. Commit to this process today, and you'll instantly feel lighter and more in control of your environment.
Moving on to aesthetic success, color. In minimalist design, color palettes are the silent foundation of tranquility. We are looking for neutral, earthy, and muted tones. Think warm whites, creams, soft grays, taupe, and subtle sage greens or deep terracottas. These palettes reflect light beautifully, making spaces feel larger and airier, and more importantly, they are inherently calming to the nervous system. The key here is layering tones within the same family, rather than introducing harsh contrasts. For example, instead of pairing bright white with stark black, layer various shades of cream, off-white, and bone. This depth adds sophistication without creating visual noise. We reserve bolder, richer colors for very small, intentional accents, perhaps a single vase or a throw pillow, which serves as a visual anchor without dominating the space. If you want to introduce wood tones, ensure they are warm and consistent. Avoid mixing too many cool and warm colors in one room. Choose one primary temperature and let the materials provide the textural interest. A successful minimalist palette is quiet, cohesive, and timeless.
When selecting furniture, the minimalist rule is uncompromising. Prioritize quality, utility, and enduring form. This means investing in fewer pieces that are impeccably designed and built to last. Look for pieces with clean lines, geometric shapes, and a timeless silhouette, nothing overly ornate or trendy. Think mid-century modern influence or simple Scandinavian design. Every piece must earn its space. For instance, a sofa shouldn't just be comfortable. It should perhaps have built-in storage or a modular design that adapts to your needs. Avoid purchasing sets of matching furniture. Instead, curate complementary pieces that stand well on their own. Materials should be natural and visible, solid wood, metal, or durable fabric like linen or canvas. When you choose quality, you are choosing permanence, reducing the consumer cycle, and adding undeniable sophistication to your room. Remember, the space around the furniture is just as important as the furniture itself. Avoid pushing pieces right up against the walls. Allowing them to breathe creates flow and enhances that feeling of expansive calm that defines minimalist aesthetics.
One of the most powerful and often overlooked elements in minimalist decor is light. Maximizing natural light is essential because it immediately elevates the mood, makes colors look richer, and emphasizes the clean lines of your design. The first step here is window treatments. Ditch heavy, dark drapes in favor of sheer linen curtains or simple roller blinds that disappear when open. The goal is to filter the light, not block it. Next, utilize strategic placement of mirrors. A large, simple mirror placed opposite a window can double the perceived light and space in a room, offering a subtle yet profound visual trick. At night, rely on soft ambient lighting rather than harsh overhead fixtures. Look for floor lamps or table lamps that provide warm, diffused illumination. Light fixtures themselves should be sculptural and intentional, functioning as their own piece of minimal art, perhaps featuring matte black metal or natural ceramic shades. By prioritizing open windows and reflective surfaces, you harness the power of light to make even the smallest space feel airy, open, and fundamentally serene, perfectly embodying the light, calm mood we are aiming for.
Since we rely on a muted color palette, texture becomes the star of the show in minimalist design. Texture is what prevents a room from feeling cold or sterile. It adds warmth, depth, and tangible interest. Focus heavily on natural materials. Introduce the roughness of raw wood, the soft drape of pure linen, the subtle coolness of stone or concrete, and the deep comfort of wool or sheepskin. Layer these textures thoughtfully. In a living room, you might pair a smooth leather accent chair with a chunky knit wool throw and an area rug made of jute or natural fiber. In a bedroom, linen bedding layered with a cotton quilt adds undeniable cozy aesthetic appeal. Even hard surfaces benefit from texture. Look for cabinets with subtle wood grain or walls finished with a plaster texture rather than flat paint. When you touch these surfaces, they should feel authentic and grounded. Remember, texture is the sensory counterbalance to the visual simplicity of the design, ensuring the room is inviting, livable, and truly comfortable, transforming it into a high-end, tactile experience.
In minimalism, decor isn't clutter, it's intentional punctuation. Instead of scattering dozens of small trinkets, choose just a few highly impactful, meaningful statement pieces. This could be a large, abstract piece of artwork that draws the eye, a sculptural vase, or a unique handcrafted ceramic bowl. The key word is intentional. Each piece must be able to stand on its own and contribute significantly to the overall aesthetic narrative. When selecting artwork, lean towards pieces that use neutral tones or have powerful, simple compositions. Avoid collections or gallery walls that become visually noisy. One substantial, thoughtfully placed photograph or painting is infinitely more effective than 10 small frames. The same principle applies to plants. Choose large, impressive plants like a fiddle-leaf fig or a snake plant, using simple planters that match your color scheme. These natural elements introduce organic shapes that beautifully contrast the linear nature of minimalist furniture. Every object kept must justify its presence by enhancing the calm, sophisticated atmosphere you are cultivating.
Storage is the minimalist's superpower. To maintain those clean surfaces we discussed earlier, every item that isn't actively decorative must have a designated, often hidden, home. This requires investing in smart, built-in, or multifunctional storage solutions. Look for furniture pieces that serve dual duty, ottomans that lift to store blankets, beds with integrated drawers, or sideboards with closed cabinetry instead of open shelving. When you do use shelving, ensure the items displayed are minimal, cohesive, and thoughtfully arranged. Remember, open storage can quickly become visual clutter if not strictly managed. Baskets and bins, especially those made of natural materials like woven rattan or felt, are your best friends for corralling everything from children's toys to charging cables. They offer immediate, non-invasive containment. The underlying principle is out of sight, out of mind. By effectively hiding the functional chaos of everyday life, you allow the beautiful, curated elements of your room to take center stage, maintaining that sense of uninterrupted calm and visual order.
Let's apply these principles to a specific space, the minimalist bedroom sanctuary. The bedroom is where the need for peace and calm is paramount. Start by focusing on the bed itself, which should be the undisputed focal point. Choose high-quality, pure cotton or linen bedding in those familiar soft neutrals, white, cream, or light gray. Layering is key for comfort and visual appeal, but stick to functional layers: a duvet, 2 pillows, and 1 simple throw. Remove anything that doesn't contribute to rest. That means no extraneous books, no piles of clothes, and minimizing technology. Nightstands should be clean, perhaps holding only a lamp and a glass of water. If you must have storage, choose a closed drawer nightstand. Keep wall decor extremely subtle.
A single calming landscape print or abstract piece above the headboard is enough. By stripping away distractions, the minimalist bedroom becomes an immediate refuge, maximizing the restorative power of sleep and truly functioning as the sanctuary it is meant to be.
Next, let's tackle the minimalist workspace or home office, a space where productivity often clashes with decor. Here, functional minimalism is paramount. The goal is to eliminate visual friction that disrupts concentration. Your desk should be a flat, uncluttered surface when not in use. Implement strict cable management. Use clips, wraps, and grommets to ensure every cord is hidden. Opt for ergonomic and aesthetic tools, a beautiful wooden keyboard, a simple monitor stand, and maybe a single small plant. All supplies, from pens to files, must be stored in drawers or stylish boxes that maintain the room's aesthetic integrity. Use vertical space efficiently with closed filing cabinets or minimalist wall-mounted shelves where only work-related reference materials are stored. Remember, your workspace should feel professional and focused, not domestic. By maintaining sharp lines and clear surfaces, you psychologically prime yourself for effective work, demonstrating that minimalism isn't just for relaxation, it's a powerful tool for enhanced focus and execution.
As we near the end, let's touch upon a few common pitfalls that can undermine your minimalist transformation. The first mistake is making the space too clinical or cold. Minimalism should feel inviting, not institutional. To avoid this, focus on incorporating warm, natural textures like wood, wool, and linen, and ensure your lighting is warm, not fluorescent white. A second mistake is sacrificing all personality. Your home still needs to reflect you. If you love ceramics, choose a few exceptional pieces and display them intentionally, giving them room to breathe. Don't hide every single thing that makes you happy. The third mistake is failing at maintenance. Minimalism is a continuous practice. You must commit to the one in, one out rule and take 5 minutes daily to put things back in their proper storage locations. If you neglect maintenance, clutter will rapidly regain dominance, undoing all your hard work. By balancing warmth, personality, and rigorous organization, you ensure your minimalist home remains both aesthetic and deeply livable.
We've covered the complete blueprint, from the initial decluttering to mastering color, texture, and intentional decor. Remember that minimalist decor is a journey toward finding peace and simplicity. It's about creating a backdrop for a less distracted life, where your items support your well-being rather than consuming your attention. Start small, perhaps with just your bedside table or a corner of your living room, and apply these 12 principles consistently. The transformation will be profound, not just in how your home looks, but in how you feel living within it. Thank you so much for joining me today on this aesthetic design journey. I hope this guide inspires you to create the clean, calm sanctuary you deserve. If you found these tips helpful, please let me know in the comments which design principle you're going to tackle first. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates and future design deep dives. Until next time, keep simplifying and keep decorating with intention. Goodbye for now.